TV packages today. These are limited time offers and can change at any time. Call fast. 800-344-2066. 800-344-2066. 800-344-2066. That's 800-344-2066.
My mom's a breast cancer survivor. The United Breast Cancer Foundation saved her life. And they need your help so they can continue saving more women's lives. Help them by donating your car. They'll provide fast, free, 24-hour pickup, and you receive a charitable tax deduction. They take cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, running or not. Call 24 hours a day, 800-478-6860. Your donation could literally save women's lives. Call today, 800-478-6860. That's 800-478-6860.
The following program does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff, management, or ownership of this station.
It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Jason Bible. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today. Get ready. The guide that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Jason Bible.
Hot mics.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Theme of today's show is real estate secrets. But I want to give you guys an observation. This weekend had a great event Friday night. Hung around the house Saturday. We had a party at the house Sunday afternoon for the Texans game, which watching the Texans is painful these days. Anyways, so I'm going through Facebook, and wow, it's amazing to me how many people are now investing in cryptocurrencies. Like Bitcoin. I'm getting a kick out of it. I had to run a chart because I'm sure someone's done it. You probably Google search this. Someone needs to run the correlation of Facebook posts to the price of Bitcoin. I'm willing to bet there's a strong correlation because it seems like everybody I see on Facebook is now investing on Bitcoin. Well, let me put it this way. All of the people who are not serious real estate investors are now going down these different tracks of investing in Bitcoin, which I could not think of a absolute worst investment on the planet. I mean, let's just take your money. I got a fire pit in the backyard. It's real nice. It's one of these stainless steel fire pits, and it's like a double-walled fire pit. So it's got the bottom, it's got all these holes in it, and then up near the top, it's got a number of holes around it. It's made by a company called Solo Stove, and it works on something called the Venturi effect. Basically what it does is it burns so clean, the wood produces a combustible gas, and it burns that as well. It's real nice, very efficient, doesn't produce a lot of smoke, doesn't produce a lot of ash either. It's really an amazing piece of technology. And I'm thinking for those that want to invest in Bitcoin, we relabel that fire pit to maybe Bitcoin, and then we just take our money and then just throw it into this thing and set it on fire. Because I think a lot of folks, don't get me wrong, there's some people that made a lot of money in the last 6 months, but the volatility in this stuff is incredible. If I were one of these Bitcoin guys, when the SEC said they were going to step in and start regulating this stuff, I would have immediately stepped out. Game's over, boys. Especially all the new coin offerings. Game's over. Fun's over, guys. It's about to get priced into reality. So, in any case, today's show is about secrets in real estate. And one of the things I like to tell folks is, hey, there's no such thing, or don't get caught up with the idea that there are secrets in real estate. Like, I got to go to this next seminar because it shares the secrets of real estate. And some of that is true. Some of it is, I don't want to say that there are secrets in real estate, but there are things that we don't talk about publicly Things that we only talk about in our smaller groups, in our base camp and Pathfinder groups. And then there are ideas that we discuss amongst each other, depending on what level you're in. For example, if you hadn't bought a house yet, if you haven't figured out if you're going to be a landlord or a flipper or wholesale deals, or you're still trying to figure out how do I build wealth and income with real estate, modeling price dispersion per square foot in a neighborhood is probably not a good use of your time. In other words, I can sit down in 20, 30 minutes, any neighborhood in this country, and I can tell you what are the most profitable square footages, profitable sizes to be in a neighborhood. It's super simple. But that's probably not something that's worth talking about, let's say, on the radio show, because most people are like, dispersion, what does that even mean? And it's a statistical measure. So first we have to have a discussion about statistics. Then we've got to have a discussion about how that relates to real estate. Then we have to just have a discussion about how it relates to what you're trying to do in real estate. And those are all, that's a lot of conversations to have. It's much easier on the radio to say, hey, look, there are a handful of ways to find the deals that you're looking to buy to meet your goals. The problem is a lot of real estate investors get wrapped up in the whole, well, I'm just trying to make money on every single deal that I see. And the problem is that doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You've got to back into first, hey, what am I trying to accomplish? Oh, Jason, I want to make $100,000 a year in passive income. Hey, that's great. Have you made $100,000 a year in earned income? No. Okay. Let's start there. Let's start with, let's flip a couple of deals. Let's wholesale a couple of deals. Then as we're building this business, we're then adding rental properties. I see a lot of folks that want to, I want to make $1 million of passive income. You know, on a 10% rate of return, it means you got to have $10 million in net worth. Yeah, can I do that in 2 years? Probably not. There's just not enough hours in the day. Of course, it depends on where you're starting too. So the question I always have for folks is, where are we trying to get to? At the end of the day, when you're all set, when you're done in real estate, at the end of the day, when you are going to sit back and look at your portfolio 12 months from now, what is it we're trying to accomplish? And then let's back into how do we accomplish that? It really is just that simple. Because what I see a lot of people do is they get into real estate and say, hey, you know what? It'd be nice to have $10,000 a month in passive income from rental properties. And then after they buy a couple of rental properties and they have some challenge getting to the next one or the next one or the next one, they immediately think, oh, now I got to go in and wholesale some deals. Now I need to go in and flip. Because for rental properties to work for me, I don't have enough income to buy the next rental house. And they think that solving the rental property, the net worth problem with an income problem is the solution to buying more rentals. Nothing could be further from the truth. We were having a conversation last night. Had a bunch of folks over at the house. A friend of mine came over. He had bought 2 rental properties, I want to say in February or March this year. He's refinancing those properties. He's pulling $55,000 of cash out to buy another property and to give him some seed capital to do some marketing to go buy some more properties. Nowhere in there did you hear that he had to flip stuff or he had to wholesale some deals. If you're buying properties right, it really doesn't matter what you do with them. If you're buying rental properties, 60, 65, 70% of ARV, and refinancing them at 80%. And typically you can do cash out refis at 6 months and 1 day. Meaning you buy a rental property today, you're all in for 70%. You refinance it 6 months from now and take out $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. Use that marketing. You could use it for rehabs. If you wanted to put 20% down on another rental property in the same neighborhood, you could totally do that. The key to this game, this will always be the case. The key to this game is buying assets below market value. This is why multifamily is eventually going to blow up, because they're paying way too much for these things. This is why some single-family real estate investors aren't going to make it post-Harvey, because before Harvey, they were paying way too much for this stuff. If you want to know the ultimate secret in real estate, it's how much you pay for these properties. If you are bringing cash to closing, you need to be at our weekend retreat. It's coming up this Friday. Go to rightpathrealestate.com and sign up. But if you are pulling money out of pocket to do these deals. Now, I'm not talking about $1,000, couple $1,000. I'm talking about those of you who are $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 out of pocket on a rental property. That's way too much.
1 minute.
What I'm talking about are those folks who are tens of thousands of dollars out of pocket on a piece of real estate. It doesn't make sense. And I know we get a lot of people that listen nationally, and they'll tell me, well, my market's so much more competitive. No, it's not. I'll tell you, we got folks in every single one of these markets. I've got visibility to all these markets, with exception to the international markets, which are LA, Miami, New York. At the end of the day, you ought to be able to buy these things at a discount. We get back from the break, we're going to talk more about secrets in real estate. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off.
Investor loans offering up to 100%
This cold is not
financing
helping.
are still available. You just have to know where to look. Look no further than Noble Mortgage. Noble Mortgage
getting
is
some
a
coffee. That might
full-service
help.
mortgage company that's
All
been
right, you're good. You
helping
got 4
investors
minutes.
since 2003. Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing to investors that covers purchase, repairs, and closing costs. In addition to private money, Noble Mortgage offers conventional loans, FHA, and even no-income documentation loans for both residential and commercial properties. Call and ask about our 5-point guarantee, which includes free pre-qualifications within 2 business days. Call 713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com. Our team has over 50 years experience in the mortgage industry. Call us today, 713-680-8100, or visit us on the web, noblemoney.com, noblemoney.com.
NMLS 292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive, Houston, Texas, 77070.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive,
All right.
you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders. The agency
Hey, Ginger, I see you on here. Did you wholesale a deal last week? Is that what I heard on the radio show?
You know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Wow.
That's benchmarkbroker.com.
6 p.m.
That's
that would be
281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
This is Business 1110.
Call Jason at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live at
awesome.
Right Path Real Estate.
Hot Mike's Jay.
It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. We're on the Facebook feed going back and forth with a couple of folks. Ginger, I'd love to know how much you're going to make on that deal, if you wouldn't mind putting that in there. Is this, and I think this is your first wholesale deal or second, I can't remember. But Ginger's one of our Pathfinder folks, and she's been up working it hard up there in Amarillo, working like a job. So, in any case, yeah, I'd love to know the deals that you're doing up there. Anyways, and made a new offer yesterday. I like it. Our group buys houses. The prediction we have for 2018 is that inside our group, we will buy 1,000 houses next year, most of which will be in Houston. Actually, Houston, some in Dallas, some in Seattle, and some in California. So 1,000 houses next year. That's what our group goal is, which is, it sounds like a lot of houses. But when you look at, size of our group is under 100, you get, half the group buying 20, 30 houses a year, and, you're pretty much there. So if you're a very active real estate investing group where your clients are buying houses, 1,000 houses isn't a lot of houses. It really isn't. Some folks are wholesaling, some are buy and hold. Some of these people are flipping houses. Some are being the bank. Here's the reality. We teach all 4 ways of making money in real estate. They're really the core 4. And this is it. I don't care what guru you go to. I don't care if you listen to 50 radio shows about real estate a day. I will tell you that at the end of the day, there's 4 ways to make money in real estate. It's wholesaling, it's flipping, it's being a landlord, or it's acting as a bank, lending money, or doing owner finance. That's it. You can distill those 4 core ways down into 2 things: building income and building wealth. That's it. That is as complicated as this stuff gets. One of the things I have found in my personal and business life, that is, the more complicated things get, the less results you'll get. I'm going to say this again so everybody has a chance to write it down or put it in their phone or pull over the side of the road and write it down while they're driving their car. The more complicated things are, the less results they produce. The more complicated things are, the less results they produce. It's that simple. The more complicated the business, the less money it makes. I mean, if you look at most businesses, they're really simple. The ones that are very successful are really simple. I mean, take a look at, let's look at Google. It's search. Do they sell search? No. They sell advertising. Where do they sell advertising at? When you type something in their little search bar, they start keying in results that an advertiser is looking for a person like you that's keying in those search terms. Facebook does the exact same thing. And they sell data. That's the other thing they do. These businesses are not very complicated. Now, the algorithms they build and all that stuff are very complicated. However, what is it that we do in real estate? It's real simple. We take a distressed asset. I want to introduce this concept to you right now. I usually talk about this at our weekend retreat. We don't look for what are called motivated sellers. I don't know what that is. That's like guru industry jargon nonsense. We look for houses that need work. And then where we bring value to those transactions is we buy those houses, we fix them up, and we either sell them retail to an owner-occupant, that's called flipping. Or before we do a rehab, we sell it to another investor, that's called wholesaling. Or we fix it up and we lease that property out to a tenant. That's called buy and hold, or being a landlord. Or the fourth way we do this is we have an investor who's got a deal and we lend our money to that investor so he can do one of those three other things. We act as the bank. That's it. That's the whole business in a nutshell. That right there is 100 years in real estate education, the state of the real estate market. It does not get any more complex than that. That's it. Heck, you guys are done. You don't have to show up to the weekend retreat. You got those 4 core ways to make money in real estate. Now go do it. That's the hard part, right? The real magic in this business is the doing. How do you get to the doing? And what's the doing? The doing is marketing and sales. Oh, but Jason, I want to be in marketing and sales. Guess what? You don't get to be in real estate. You don't get to be a small business owner. You've got to be able to find these properties. You've got to be able to fund these properties. And you've got to be able to fix them and ultimately sell them. That's it. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a lender acting as a bank. It doesn't matter if you're a wholesaler, flipper, buy and hold landlord. You have to do all those things. You got to market for the deals. You got to find them. You got to evaluate them. You got to fix them. You got to sell them. That's it. Every single person has to do the same thing. So the magic in this business is not in the model. It's not in those 4 core ways we make money in real estate. The magic in this business, the secret of this business, is how do you implement a sustainable process that generates leads, which brings deals to you that you're able to analyze, fund, fix, and then ultimately sell. That's the real secret. And the reason we teach, the reason we're able to teach all 4 ways of making money in real estate is because all 4 ways of making money in real estate require you to do the same things, which is find the deals, analyze the deals, fix the deal. I mean, it's all the same stuff. What you do with it is not the secret. In other words, I see real estate education gurus out there selling owner finance as some kind of secret method to find all the deals you want and all the buyers and sellers, and it's not. The new thing out there, and it started about probably 6 years ago, right around 2012. As inventory for investors started to dry up, these gurus went out and started teaching how to do owner finance and wholesale deals on retail houses, on retail properties, which is very scary. So you've got a homeowner that's in trouble, can't make their mortgage payment anymore. This investor would come along, buy that house subject to the existing mortgage, which means they take over the payments, and then sell that house with that mortgage still in place from the original owner to the next owner. So here's new owner. The mortgage is not in their name. It's still in the original owner's name. You have original owner and new owner who both can't get a mortgage. That's actually what's happening here. Both of them have credit issues. Both of them have income issues. Usually it's an income problem. And what ultimately happens is these deals will go into default, and the original owner will eventually lose the house. That's being taught right now as a real estate strategy to buy all the pretty houses, all of the fixed-up houses you want. And it's a scary, scary way to make money in this business because most of those deals will blow up. Most of those owners who sold their houses subject to are going to ultimately lose the house. And here's why. Why do you have to sell a house subject to the existing mortgage? It's actually pretty simple because you don't have any equity. You have to sell a house subject to the existing mortgage because there's no equity in the asset.
2 minutes.
Which, if you go back to the first segment of the show, that's the whole point of being a real estate investor. If you have no equity, you're not in this business. Equity is the safeguard. Equity is your savings account, if you will, your rainy day fund in that house, in that deal. And when you're buying these things sub to and then selling them to an end user, owner, occupant, the likelihood that they're going to stay in that house and it doesn't blow up is relatively small. But that's what's being taught out there since about 2012. Think about this. Dallas, Fort Worth alone. Denver.
1 minute.
1% appreciation a month. So 12% appreciation a year. And the house doesn't have any equity in it? Ooh. These are the best of times in some certain markets. And they don't have any equity in them? That's kind of crazy when you think about it. We talk a lot about this kind of stuff at the weekend retreat coming up this Friday at rightpathrealestate.com. When I get back from the break, I'm going to talk more about secrets in real estate.
Mic's off.
Excellent. Hey, Ginger, you can't complain on a $7,000 profit on a house that you're all in for $16,500. I mean, that's a
real estate investor,
that's like a 40% margin. I mean, you can do that all day long. Thanks, Jeff.
Principal Inspections was founded by investor Jeremy Humphrey to do just that. Working from the investor's point of view, Principal Inspections will give you turnkey inspections that are high quality.
Yeah, $1 million flip, that is a big boy.
Information pertinent to investors while not clouding the report with unnecessary details. Founder Jeremy Humphrey comes from a family of real estate investors. He started Principal Inspections for investors because as an investor himself, he experienced the need for fast quality inspections
Hey, Erica.
with information directly pertaining to property condition and potential resale value. Principal Inspections will save you time and money. Call Principal Inspections, 832-684-5516. That's 832-684-5516.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Jeff.
Or go online to principalinspections.com. That's principalinspections.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906.
I still have a cold. I could totally just take a nap right here.
That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited
This is the new radio show position right here.
Great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Do you have cracks in your brick? Doors that
Hey Ginger, are you doing
coming apart?
Are you doing mail or are you doing a lot of MLS
Due to our
stuff?
expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation.
Just chatting with some of our smaller market guys,
and has completed
and a lot of them are pulling off MLS and working with
We're not
wholesalers.
in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary peer work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check.
Oh yeah, the magic postcard. I had a guy Friday night tell me postcards don't work. I about lost my mind. So I was about 6 beers in at this point. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. My postcards don't work.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do
that's awesome,
free
Tracy.
networking
When are you flying
events,
in?
weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA
Probably coming in
specialist.
Thursday,
For
huh?
more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
This is Business 1110.
Call Jason at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live at facebook.com/rightpathrealestate.
Hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Chatting with the folks on the Facebook feed here. Looks like we're going to have some people come in from Kansas City this weekend for the weekend retreat, so that'll be fun. Flying in Friday night. And then I was asking Ginger, I mean, how she's on, I think she said wholesale deal number 3 for this year. And I said, what are you using? Are you doing, she's in a smaller market. And a lot of our smaller market guys are working with wholesalers and doing offers on MLS. She said, no, I'm doing postcards. And I had some guys tell me Friday night that postcards don't work. I was like, whatever. So that will be fun. Weekend retreat will be a blast. Those of you in our base camp program, we have a very special guest coming in Thursday night. So if you can be in the office here in Houston Thursday night, please make the time to do so. If not, of course, we'll do it live over the Zoom webcast webinar like we always do, and the recording will be available the next day. But if it's possible for y'all to be in the office here in Houston, you are not going to want to miss it, especially if you are a buy and hold landlord or somebody who really wants to turn up the volume. We've got our banker. He's flying in from L.A. So it's going to be a great event. It's going to be Thursday night in our office just for our base camp group. Really, really excited to have him in the office. So he's working with a number of our students and doing cool stuff that a lot of folks can't do. So it's going to be pretty sweet. All right, let's go back to secrets. Secrets in real estate. I'll tell you, folks, the secret is you've got to buy these houses with equity in them. You got to buy multifamily with equity. You got to buy, your storage facility with equity. You've got to buy, this stuff's got to have equity. And not like this Bitcoin nonsense where you buy it today and tomorrow it might be worth $10,000, might be worth $5,000. You need to buy it with equity at today's price. That's the secret in this business. The other part is the equity is your risk management tool. We really only have one risk management tool outside of insurance and forming the right corporate entity. And that is buying it with equity. If you've got equity in these things, I'll give you a great story. I had to have this guy on the radio show. He's a good dude, and he's pretty entertaining. He's a real estate investor here in Houston, owns a couple hundred houses. And we're chatting one day, lunch or a happy hour or something like that. And we were chatting about insurance. And he said, Jace, you won't believe this. One day, bought a house, went to closing, and he owns a couple of companies. So he's not just a real estate investor. He does a couple other things. And he said, man, I was so busy doing like 900 things on that Friday, I completely forgot to get insurance for the property. And he said that next Tuesday, the house caught on fire and burned the second floor. And I said, oh no, I bet you lost a ton of money. He said, you know what? I bought it so deep, I was okay. I didn't make a bunch of money, but I still did pretty well considering we almost burned the stupid thing down. And the reason he was able to do that is because he had equity. There are some folks right now who experienced some flooding who did not have flood insurance who are going to survive Hurricane Harvey. Their portfolio is going to survive Hurricane Harvey because they had enough equity in these assets. I mean, that's the simple truth. If you've got equity, it's the ultimate risk management tool in this business is equity. In fact, it's your first layer of defense from a risk management and liability standpoint, equity. The second is insurance. I would argue second is actually how you operate the asset. Third is insurance. Fourth is how you structure, how your corporate structure is. If it's an LLC, all that kind of stuff. If you were to look at 4 layers of risk management here, I used to be the risk manager at the University of Texas Health Science Center, so I don't want to bore everybody with risk management, put everybody to sleep. But that 4-step process, if you will, having all 4 of those ducks in a row, the likelihood that you'll ever have to come out of pocket for writing a big check is pretty slim to none. In fact, if you really want to get down to it, the people who end up suing in real estate are those who buy your properties, particularly retail flips, occasionally tenants or guests of tenants. Something happens on the property, slip, trip, fall, somebody gets hurt because the driveway is a mess, all that kind of stuff. However, that equity is the critical part. Equity, equity, equity. It is the ultimate defense. Here's the reality. It's also the ultimate offense because equity is where we make our money. If we get equity today in a rental property, we get cash flow. And then ultimately when we sell that piece of real estate, we get the equity what? We get the equity back plus any appreciation, which is appreciation is really a what? A return on equity. I don't like using the term return on investment, but return on equity. That is really what that is. Return on equity. I'll give you an example. Here's a good math example. You buy the house today, it's worth $150,000. Let's say you have 20% equity in it, which would be $30,000. That house in 10 years goes from $150,000 to $200,000. Your $30,000 in equity just went from $30,000 to $80,000. And if you bought it with 20% equity in it, you probably don't have any money in the deal. If you do have any cash in the deal, it's a very minor amount. Let's call it $5,000. You buy the house today, you're in for $5,000, you have $30,000 in equity. That's not bad. Probably cash flows you $300 a month. $5,000 investment brings in $3,600 a year in cash flow, and you've got $30,000 in equity. 10 years from now, house is worth $200,000. You now have $80,000 in equity, not including what the mortgage pay down, which after 10 years really isn't a whole lot. It's almost a rounding error at that point. But assuming you're doing a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, you're doing a 15-year mortgage, a lot less cash flow, probably cash flow negative, but you got a lot more equity. Heck, the thing's almost paid off. For those of you who are buy and hold landlords, and you really don't need the money, like you got a good W-2 job, or you got a little business on the side, or you got all these things going on, and you really don't need the money, I highly encourage you to look at a 30-year versus a 15-year fixed rate mortgage. 15 years goes by like that. But you'll also be amazed. You'll also be amazed when you're building this portfolio. Sorry, guys. Still got a cold. You'll also be amazed with a 15-year mortgage. You'll be 5, 7, 8, 9 years in. You'll be amazed. You'll have a couple of houses that have a ton of equity in them because they've appreciated so much. That $150,000 house may be worth $250,000. I mean, we've seen that in Sugar Land. 10, 12 years in, house is worth almost double. It may not make sense to hold those as a rental property. It may make sense to liquidate them, take the equity, and pay off some of your rental properties. I've never really understood releveraging single-family real estate to buy more single-family real estate. In certain cases, it makes sense. I talked in the first segment of the show, this individual had so much equity in 6 months that it made a lot of sense to releverage at 80%, take 50, 60 grand out, and then go over, buy some more property with it. That somewhat makes sense. He's also doing some other things that require that. But 99% of real estate investors out there, I don't understand the continually releveraging these things. Because here's the ultimate place to be. It's to have a whole bunch of free and clear, cash flowing single family real estate or multifamily or commercial, whatever. And here's why. If it doesn't cost you anything.
2 minutes.
And this is where things get, because the finance guys get around the table and there starts to be a lot of discussion. What does it cost you? What does it not cost you? When you look at cost, if you're meeting your goals, in other words, you're buying the number of properties you want to, you're getting the rates of return that you're looking for in your money, it really doesn't make sense to go re-leverage just to go put that debt equity back to work. Because it's really not debt equity. It's really risk management equity. It's really a retained loss equity pool. Because if you don't have flood insurance and the house gets flooded and you own it free and clear, no big deal. You just take out a loan, get the thing fixed, pay it off again. No biggie. If you're sitting on a $300 a month margin and you're leveraged 80%,
1 minute.
Or in a lot of cases, I hear landlords 90 and 95%, and it gets flooded and you don't have flood insurance, you're writing a check somewhere. Doesn't make sense to self-insure the asset at that point. Probably should have flood insurance. Call Benchmark. Benchmarkbrokers.com. So when I look at the whole point in this game, the whole secret to this business, it is equity, 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 and more equity. Jason, what's better than equity? More equity. It's that simple. That's how you reduce your risk. We get back from the break. We're going to finish up with secrets in real estate. It's Jason Bible, Right Path to Real Estate.
Mike's off.
Thanks, Michael.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts. Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself.
We need
no
a
more
big
doing
right
the work
path
yourself.
logo. Oh, I guess we
Fast
got that one
Track
down at the
Remodeling
bottom.
really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
How's that?
Rehab loans, conventional loans, FHA, and no-income documentation loans can seem scary unless you have the right mortgage.
You know what we
coverage to
could
guide
do?
you
Maybe
through
we
the
need a
process.
picture
Since 2003, Noble Mortgage
of
has been helping investors just like
the
you.
green screen
Whether
of me
rehabbing
sitting in my
houses,
truck.
buying
Like
your
it's just the
first home,
truck, so it
rental,
looks
or
like maybe
commercial
Tom and I are
project,
sitting in my
Noble
truck
Mortgage offers
doing a
up to
radio show.
100% financing. Call Noble Mortgage at
By the way, to give you guys a
713-680-8100
phone
or
update,
visit noblemoney.com.
I was on the phone with
That's
Sprint for an hour
noblemoney.com.
Sunday and Saturday, and they still can't fix my problem. So I don't know when I'm going to get back to the Facebook Lives. Tried doing one this morning and wasn't working.
This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisals.
But I did bring the can into the office here. I must be in the other room. It's our new what do you call it? Webcast thing. It's got a big speaker in it and microphone and all that other stuff. So
or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Selecting a foundation company and their
I'll tell you guys, Friday, this
chance.
Friday's show
You
is
simply
going to
don't
be
know what you're gonna
awesome.
get. The foundation repair and
I've got
installation doesn't
Catherine
carry
Orfino is going to be in
nor is it
the
regulated.
studio with
However,
me, and we're going to
Foundation
talk
Check
about
utilizes
something her and her husband
review
Robert
all
have
our
been doing
files,
for
give you the best
about
foundation analysis
maybe
in
6
today's
months
market.
now,
Remember to check
where they've
for
saved a
favor
bunch
repair.
of money,
346-702-3825,
and it's really given them a clearer
or
picture
you
of their
can reach us
finances.
online.
It's going to be an absolute blast. So
Are you a
she'll be
realtor or
here
seller that is concerned
Friday, and
about
then
the new TRID
she'll be at the
rules and
weekend
closing
retreat
on
too, so you
time?
guys can chat with her
I'm
about it
Jennifer
there.
Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
As a real estate investor, you rely on your property inspector to
1
determine
minute.
the current condition
Okay.
of the home and your potential return on investment from an investor's point of view. Principal Inspections was founded by investor Jeremy Humphrey to do just that. Principal Inspections works from the investor's point of view, providing affordable, fast, quality inspections with information pertinent to investors while not clouding the report with unnecessary details. Principal Inspections will save you time and money. Call Principal Inspections 832-684-5516 or online at principalinspections.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
This is Business 1110.
Call Jason at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live at facebook.com/rightpathrealestate.
Hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Doing a little business here. Sending some emails. Looking at some properties. Looks like we got an offer on another one. So yeah, working. Hold on, let me get out of this. Looking at another deal in Bear Creek. All right. Secret of real estate. It's real simple, folks. Doesn't matter what you do. If you're a landlord, if you're a flipper, if you're a wholesaler, if you're acting as the bank, if you're lending your IRA for a real estate deal, doesn't matter. Got to have equity. That's the whole trick to this game. It's risk management 101, equity. Why do you think banks require 20% down? Because they're making you take 20% equity. So if they have to foreclose, of course they won't make any money, but at least they lose less money. That's the whole trick in this business. Equity. Equity's the secret. And I'll tell you, it's the secret that most people are very poor at obtaining. And that's one of the things that we are really good at. That's why we were able to build in 2013 a business that bought 6 houses to now a business that does almost 200 houses a year inside of 5 years because of equity. You've got to have equity. You can't build any, I don't care what business you're in, you can't build any business without some equity. Equity is really where your profit is. You'll hear Tom say this from time to time. Cash flow will keep you in business short term, profit will keep you in business long term. Got to have a good mix of both. But I will tell you this, if you don't have that profit, you're not going to be in business very long.
2 minutes.
Eventually, profit catches up with cash flow. It could be rough. But I'll tell you what, if you're not profitable, if you don't have equity, the game is over before it even starts. That's why I run into so many buy and hold landlords that'll buy 3, 4, 5 houses and they're done. They're treating the business like a hobby. They don't have enough equity. They're having to put $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 into these deals. They just don't have the equity. And equity is what makes the difference. Equity is what allows you to build a business. Equity is one of the 2 critical components in building wealth. It's not rental properties that build wealth. It's equity and cash flow. It just so happens rental properties, if done correctly, have both.
1 minute.
That's the secret, guys. Equity. If you want to know more about this, we'll teach you guys this, the weekend retreat. It's this weekend. A couple $100. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you come out and haven't got any value by Friday, I'll be happy to write you a refund check right there. So go to rightpathrealestate.com. Sign up there. Facebook.com/rightpathrealestate. Thanks for listening, guys. Tom will be on the show tomorrow talking about how to build your team. Got to have a team of 10s to help you build your business. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
All right, Jay, have a good one.
Excellent. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.